Yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thanks for the confirmation.
So,
Anyone?
hey Simha,
Yes, yes,
I'm new to the session
yes.
here. So actually, today morning I did saw your video in YouTube. So
Okay,
I'm impressed. I just wanted to understand a little more about this much. Actually, I have 10 years of
mm,
experience in HR. Actually, I'm working as a associate manager in HR department. So I'm planning to
okay.
switch my career into from HR side to Scrum Master. So because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit bored working as a HR now, so I'm planning to switch
Mm-hmm.
my career to Scrum Master. So
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to understand how Scrum team works and all.
Mm-hmm. Sure. First thing that I would like to say is, yeah, switching to from HR to Scrum Master. Yeah, okay. Um, when there is no technical things which are required over here. Okay, so it's mostly with the people management um, and the process related things will be happening here. But you should have a certain knowledge. I mean, I want technical knowledge with respect to how the things are going on. Got it? I mean, I won't say like you need a Java knowledge or a testing, like the manual or automation, not like of that sort in depth. But at least, so are you aware of those things, like how the what happens in the development process? Are you aware of those things?
Yeah, I know about it.
You're aware.
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. So in that case, yes, it's a good thing to come to this particular role. It will be a very easy ride actually for you because you are involving, you are always with the people and the process, right? So it doesn't, it's not that much complex to understand. Technically, nothing is there, okay? But we need to understand like how actually things are implemented. So yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Okay. So you're going to teach each and everything as Scrum team how works, right? From starting to from scratch, I can say.
Yes. So the course curriculum actually, i- it's like this. I mean, we talk in detail with respect to how actually the Scrum or Agile came into existence. I think the previous class we discussed that, but okay, I'll just revise. And later we will take the dump of Scrum guide, which actually is a book, Bible or whatever, the guiding book for us. Okay, so so we haven't started on that one as well. So we will discuss thoroughly all those 14 pages in the Scrum Guide. So as a Scrum Master, one should be aware of what is there in the Scrum Guide. Then only you can at least go ahead with other things. If you are not aware, probably you will not be in a position to justify your position or also the process why you are implementing that. So yes, right from the scratch at the root level, like we will discuss each and everything that is mentioned in the Scrum Guide. Not only that, other than that, I mean, just not the Scrum Guide and all, related to the real-time projects, how we do the planning, how we do the capacity planning, how assign the task to someone, what techniques we use in each and every activity in the Scrum or our events that we say. So
Okay.
that will
So
be
when it comes
discussed.
to yeah, when it comes to the real time project, you are going to share your real time experience in the class, or you're going to
We
create a Jira account and showing the how things working.
Yes. So when I say real-time project, mostly because we are analyzing, I mean, we are not developers or whether we are not testers here. So it's like an assumption, a abstract thing that we will be talking about. So we will create a project in Jira, that's for sure. So how the things move in the Jira, what things as a Scrum Master you should know, we will talk about that, but not with respect to as a Jira admin. We will learn. We will just learn on the way a Scrum Master can handle the Jira. Okay, so that is will be taught here, and how to analyze the things and okay what things to be considered and all. But other than that, Jira as a Jira admin, no. Of that next thing. We are not a developer or a tester, so we will I will make sure that you understand how the things are written in, the tasks are being written so that everyone understands. Like these are called as user stories. So that as a Scrum Master, you should understand like how the tasks are being written and all. Those formats, that will be taught out here. But other than that, if you take a project, so taking the project doesn't, I mean, I won't say because like see, if I take a web browser, like a page like Amazon, I say implement a login page. Now, as a developer, you or a tester, whoever it is, you need to write a user story for that. You need to give an estimation. You need to give a, so many things will be there involved over there. Okay. I will make sure that you understand the whole process, how it is being implemented. Okay. And, but as such, you won't take that role and, but yeah, I mean, yes, we can give the estimations, planning and everything. But I won't generally, let me look into that because again, this is type of a role play type of thing. Like you need to be into that role and develop a role and see. Let us do that also. I'm planning actually have a role play, a type of, break rooms over here and uh, having a type of planning events, when we have the events, like we will plan it. We'll take 1 or 2 days for that.
So, yeah, if you don't mind, can you please share your background? Like, did you start your
Yeah,
career as
sorry. Yeah, I will do.
Scrum
Yeah,
Master?
yeah, I will
How
do
it
it.
is?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Actually, we have actually done 1.5 classes. So because of that, I thought like it's any new ones. So yeah, I will surely do that. Any new anyone who has joined newly today, other
Yes,
than
myself Narendra joined today. Actually, yesterday I
uh,
joined because of some issue. It was not.
yeah, technique. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
not able to start the system, so I had a problem. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So you are from which background?
Yes, sir. Hi, Simha. This is Narendra. I'm from PA background, having 8+ years of experience. I want to have to have upskill with the managerial role also. So
Oh,
I'm interested to join in this course. So
oh, nice.
I mean, first, start the session, I have two doubts.
Mhm.
This
Oh, okay.
qualified. One is which are similar. I mean, I gone through the content and the video
Mhm.
also. It is mentioned as 4 weeks, and it is also mentioned as
Yeah.
15 weeks. I'm
Right,
a
right.
little bit confused in that
Yes. Yes.
revision. And one more
Mm-hmm.
thing, I want to know as a Scrum Master, the Scrum Master role is very important for collaborating between the developers and the QAs. I gone through the responsibilities. I mean, I seen pro responsibilities. Uh, he or she should have the pro knowledge in Jira management tools. So
Mm-hmm.
whether we cope in this course, all those
Yeah, yeah. So let me clear because I don't want to give a wrong this thing here. First of all, the tool that we are using is Jira, but it is not a licensed version, so it's a trial version. Okay, so again, in this trial versions, we have limited features or the capabilities. So that's one thing. Next thing is, but we will be covering all whatever that is required in the practical scenarios. So what in the real time, like what they are using it with that. But yeah, but all the features are not present in the present my in the Jira. That's one thing. Next thing is on there are so many things in the Jira where we don't have access or we need not do that because even we don't create users and give access or so all these access related things to them. So we are not covering the Jira admin type of thing here. Okay, so that is not there. Please understand. Okay, I mean because your expectations were something different. Like we, even in like we feel like if we are talking about the Jira, we plan, we think that like we are trained in and out of Jira. No, not like that. It only with respect to the Scrum Master that will be taught here. Okay, so you will be logging into the Jira. If needed, you will be creating a project. You will be taking the template. You will be creating a project. Then you will if the user stories are given. Okay, you will let us say like everything is on your responsibility. Then you will create a user stories. You will assign the task to the individuals. You will, estimate. You will give some estimates. So all these things will be taught. Okay, but yeah, some features may not be there, which even because of the free or the trial version that we are using. So that thing. And if there are many other features which are there in the Jira, probably yes, we are not going to cover it, to be frank, because if I say that like I'm doing everything and then by the time it comes to Jira, if I don't do that, that will be this thing to you. So I'm not promising that I will be covering full of Jira. No, the things related to Scrum Master, how a Jira tool can be used, and that part I am covering here. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Regarding duration,
Yeah, duration. Yeah, actually, when we started beginning 1.5 years back, like that, we made it like because it was in the DURGASOFT, every subject or every course was of 1 month duration.
oh,
So they start off fast. They asked to elaborate so that people will come be there for 1 month like that. That means almost 20 days. Five into 4 weeks, almost 30 days like that. We extended, but it's more than it was just nothing but our unnecessarily like we prolonged the time. So by 15 to 20 days itself, people used to get I mean, see, most of the people don't go through the content. They never practice and all. They have to do it. But I have a concrete plan now. As of now, like I will be giving you daily, every day wise plan that you have to do. Okay, so that is I'm implementing by this batch onwards. So 30 days was a very long durations, which everyone we thought like we should condense that. So we made it 15 days.
yeah, actually it is a 15 days according to this batch,
Sorry?
right? From this batch, it's a 15 days duration.
No, 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 not from this batch. It was long 6, 7 months back onwards.
Okay.
It was 15 days.
Okay.
Because like it's like more of okay. When we go to the content, we'll understand. Like okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Regarding my introduction, I am J. Simha. I have 16 to 17 years of experience in IT. At present, I am a safe agilist, scrum master, and a project manager. And so, a small intro before about me. Like I've been in the development. I have been into the uh, QA type of related activities. Then I'm into the managerial roles. So this is a brief intro about me. And any other questions?
Yes. So I just wanted to check, like you said that you have 16 years of experience. So overall, 16 years of experience into Scrum, or you started your career as a developer
No,
and moved
no.
to Scrum? How it is?
Yeah, I have 5 to 6 years of experience in Scrum. Previously, I was working as a developer. Then I moved into the QA automation because of my skills, and I went into shadowing the Scrum Master. Like I was also working as a manager. So then I moved into purely Scrum Master. Now the job is dual, both a project manager as well as Scrum.
And so my last question, do
Yeah,
you
please.
support, I mean, do you provide job support as well? Like if in case if you got selected, so if you have any questions in the project, do you provide support as well during the projects?
Yeah, actually, the thing here, the problem here is with the DURGASOFT, we don't, I mean, do that. Our support is still for 15 days or, till the course ends. After that, we are not, we're not supporting and we're not be a part of that particular journey. That's why like the amount is very less. I mean, compared to other institutes where they support for other things, the fees is in that. They don't want to commit to anything else because job wise and all like other things come into picture.
Okay.
I mean, other institutes or other people, they do it because they take it and they take the money and they also provide a good support. That I know, but here like it's not like that because Durgasoft won't want to do that, and we are also okay fine with that. Just help the people with a less amount and so they can start their journey whatever it is. Okay, good. Anything more?
Oh, we are good.
Sure. Thank you so much. The course content you can be seen in. You have got the course content. I will
Yes,
share the link. You can just go through 1 minute. I will just share that also.
you are going to provide these uh, slides to us for revised purpose.
Yes, every day the videos will be uploaded into the shared folder. They will give you the access once you register to the course. So everyday video and these PP slides which I go through or the discussion that we have, everything will be uploaded. Not only these, like we have a lot of content which we will be discussing, and that will be uploaded daily wise. So you will not be left behind. Okay. Good. Let's start. Okay. I'll just summarize in 1 to 2 minutes what we discussed in the previous classes. Then come into the. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. So 2 minutes for this one. Like we have very plenty of opportunities outside with respect to the project management and Scrum. So yeah, we can expect at least 3 out of 9 jobs in the project, right? Okay, product development. So um, so the Scrum Master, training or whatever the job that we are moving to Agile. The main idea behind is like we and generally like we want to earn more, have work-life balance, move to managerial role or upskill, whatever. So this is going to help you. Okay, so previously when I was into this thing as a developer or a tester, like it was very much stagnant. But later, I can see the change. I can see the progress. I can see like how where I'm going. Now I have I can take the decision to go into any of the directions. Okay, I will say like where you can go into. Okay, so minimum experience that you need to have is 3 to 4 years of any bachelor degree because it mostly deals with people and the process. Less of technical knowledge is okay, right? So that's what is expected out of you. And what actually the top skills of a Scrum Master are like, having a good communication skills. If you are lacking these communication skills, if you're not a good at it, just please try to improve because it involves talking to so many people, talking about the things which are related to the project, convincing, collaborating, whatnot. So this is very important. And of course, you will be not there stagnant in the same. You need to upskill your knowledge. Okay, and at the same time, collaboration is required. You have to collaborate with so many teams. Okay, work with those different mindsets and all. Okay, knowledge of Jira is also very essential, which we'll be covering in this. Of course, the risk management is also very important. Okay, the salary that you can expect is at twice of what you are earning today. Okay, the career growth you are not. I won't say like on the day one itself. Like it will take 1 or 2 years after you are working as a Scrum Master. You can switch over into any of these roles. Like you can be a product owner, you can be a Scrum Master, you can be a project manager, or if you want to go into this agile coach. Okay. So everything depends upon how you want to go year or whatever. Okay. So everything is on your in your hands. Okay. So I was talking about the Scrum framework. In general, like you are the here, like you are the Scrum Master. Um, and there are few people like called as a product owner and your developers. Okay, these are developer teams. So in the team actually consists of these 3 people. Okay, you other 2 members like product owner. There are certain activities which are happening. Those are called as events. Okay, now don't worry about. Don't get confused. We will talk in detail later. So there are planning events happening. There are daily scrums that will be happening. Okay, and there will be reviews, retrospective meetings, and what the terms may be. If you are new to this terminology, you may feel a little bit confused. Okay, but whatever. There are few like 5 events which are there, and you should know every about each and every event, and you should be the one to organize or lead this particular. activities, but we will discuss later. Okay, so as of now, I have taken this in last month. But if you take out of 90,040, so like even if you have 10,000 jobs now in present April scenario, even if there are remote jobs of, even if you take 5,000 jobs away, at least 5,000 jobs will be there. I mean, if you take, yeah, almost 2 to 3,000 or 5,000, like you can expect the jobs. Okay. It's a combination of Scrum Master together with any of the lead roles. Okay, there will be technical and non-technical jobs also with the Scrum Master. Better if you are not good at technical, avoid those things. Okay, if you are a Scrum Master purely, then only opt for pure Scrum Master jobs. Don't go for technical Scrum Master. If you are a technical Scrum Master, they will be expecting you to code or test at the same time, which is again a headache for the Scrum Master. Okay, so it's I won't advise because I don't do. I mean, even if I got the opportunity to work as a technical Scrum Master, I rejected it because it's big headache for us. Okay, right. There are two certifications. One is from Scrum.org. Okay, and another one is from Scrum Alliance. Okay, so these two are well recognized in the market, and only these certificates are valid, not a certificate from any other institute. Okay, and the from certificate from Scrum.org is called as PSM, and another is from Scrum Alliance is called as CSM, Certified Scrum Master, Professional Scrum Master. So these are both are valid. The only problem here is generally I recommend PSM because this one, no expiration. Okay, once you do, forget, do other certifications. But though no CSM is not like that. You need to right renewal. You have to renew that for every 2 years. That's waste of money. Okay, here it is little less costly, but the pass percentage, if you see, it is little more. Okay, 85%, but here it is little 70%, 74%, like that. Whatever it is, I mean, it's up to you. If you want to do CSM, okay, or if you want to do PSM, that's fine. But here the question is, how the CSM can be taken. CSM is conducted by a CST, a Certified Scrum Master trainer. Okay, so he will only train you for 2 days. Okay, either online or in a hotel, and have a lunch and do all those sort of things for 2 days from 9 to 6 or 8 o'clock, whatever time they suggest. And at the second day, you will get the certificate after writing an exam. That will be easy, not an issue. Whatever they say, that will be coming over you. But it is little costly. You may expect around 30K. Okay. Here, in this case, there is no requisite. No, you need not even come to my class also. If you have a book, if you go through any of the videos, prepare by yourself, take the mock exams, yes, you can also go ahead and do that. So, of course, the cost here is $200 from last year onwards. So 200 almost into, if you take 80 or 90, whatever. So almost 16 to 18,000 is the exam fee. Okay, half of this. So, of course, the pass percentage here is 85, but here it is. But once you prepare, for this one, getting 85 is not a problem. So it all depends upon you. If you want to do CSM, yes, go ahead and do. But don't again renew your history. Or if you want to go with the PSM, that's good. I mean, you can save money. You won't renew, not renew. Okay, good. So that's what is in general. Any questions on this one, Tim?
No,
Good. Okay. So fine. So we were talking about. So anyone who attended previous classes? Anyone from the last two classes here? Srini, I think you were there. Shankar.
Yes, I'm there.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
attended.
Yes, yes, yeah. Fine. I will just take one scenario and I will go ahead with the agile. Okay. Fine. So we actually on the day beginning, we have taken one scenario where why actually the companies are moving towards agile, or the other frameworks, okay, from the agile methodology. Why not they're implementing in the traditional way of doing it? Okay, there were certain disadvantages associated. Okay, uh, so if you see in the technology uh, evolution, if you want to have in the previous years, it used to take almost 5 to 10 years to get into a new uh, technical edition or whatever, I mean, grades. Okay, but now we see every week like we are getting something new. Okay, so there is always a competitive advantage happening for for the customer point of view. Okay, so what actually made to switch over into agile, rather than working in the previous way model that we are going to discuss now. So if you see that is called as a traditional waterfall model, which we'll talk about this now. So the traditional waterfall model was something like this, where you have so many phases in the software development. One is the requirement phase, another is design, the development, the testing, deployment, and maintenance. So once the customer gives you the requirement, and when you start collecting the requirements, till you get all the requirements, you will be working on this one. You will not move into design phase. Okay. So till the requirements are completed, okay, there is no work for any other things in the below. So once the requirements are frozen, then you will go with the design phase and you will start designing it. So design will be done by your SMEs or your architectures, okay, test or leads, whoever it is, and they start do the design part. Design is nothing but pseudo code. Okay, writing, if there is a logic, they will write a pseudo code, not the actual code, but a pseudo. So once everything is completed, got it reviewed, and they are okay with this thing, then they will go for the development. So this is freezed again. So requirement is freezed, design is freezed. Then they will start developing. They will use Java or any other PHP or Python, whatever language they want to use, they will develop it. Okay, once everything is okay, then they will give for testing, and the development is freezed. Then goes for testing. Now testing people, they will do whatever the testing they have to do, and once they are okay and they fixed everything, it goes back and forth, and everything is okay. So they will move it to either of the testing environment or UAT or pre-production environment. They will move it. Okay, the deployment will happen. Once the deployment is there, okay, everything is working fine, the maintenance starts or the operation starts. Now, this is the flow. So one after another, okay. So everything is freezed. Only when it is freezed, the other process will start. So in this case, if you see, there are so many disadvantages. One thing is, let us say, once it is in the development phase, and the customer has got one new idea, and he says, like, I want some other feature to be added, and please do implement that. Then we can't accept anywhere in between. There's a problem, because your requirement is freezed, your design is already done, and you can't change the design, because again, if you want to change the design, you need to see lot many aspects where it is getting affected. It's the time consuming, of course, with the development part. So that's one of the, you can't incorporate your the changes which come in between, okay, in middle. That's one of the disadvantage. The customer will have a lot of problem, because the competitors may, they take the advantage of that, and they can go, for, he will be left behind. So that's one of the thing. Another thing is the persons. So let us say resource wise, if you see also, the testing people or whoever developers, whoever it is, they have to wait for 1 or 2 months till they start working. Till that time, you need to pay them, right? If you have the company, and you need to pay these people. So that's one of the disadvantages, that you are paying unnecessarily to the team, right? So this is one of the not just one. This is the disadvantage which we have in the waterfall model. Okay, so that's why it is lengthy one. It time consuming. Time is one of the biggest problem. Resources availability is one of the problem. Today they are available, but tomorrow they will not be available. Cost is one of the problem. Okay, so there are so many disadvantages associated. Of course, market fluctuations. Okay, those are the problem, right? By the time you release the product, if it is not in demand, then you're gone. Okay, but take an example of Nokia mobile phone. Okay, So they didn't make any changes, and they are left with previous versions or whatever version which is not suitable to the present markets. So that was left behind. So in that way, seeing the disadvantages, people have moved into are moving into the new thing called as agile. Okay, agile methodology. They are implementing. They are using this particular thing. Okay. Now, what is an agile? That one we have started previously. Agile is it's a methodology which is using iterative approach. Okay, when I say iterative approach, which is iterations in the sense cycling, right? And some cycle type of thing, some cycle, like cycle around, like, okay. So it is making of an iterative approach in the software development. Okay, something it will start and it will follow the same till the end. Okay, again the same steps will be followed. Okay, so but the thing is, it develop it whatever the feature that they are going to develop, it will be for a shorter duration within 1 to 4 weeks. Okay, so in the shorter span of cycle, you are going to develop something. So Agile is a methodology that uses an iterative approach for the software development and releases, okay, within 1 to 4 weeks of any product features. Okay, so the main advantages, if you see, the thing is like it comes into the market very faster. Your product or your feature, not whole product, I want to say, but product with less features also it's going to be in the market. For example, if you take Uber, when it came into the your mobile phone, the app, it had very small, very less features. Even if you take any of the food delivery apps, Swiggy or Zomato or whatever, with minimum features, it came into this thing. But later they kept on adding the new features. We have a full-fledged one. Later, it may change also. Okay, so they are using this particular iterative approach, delivering something, whatever they feel it is valuable within few weeks, so that the customer is, uh, is having the benefit. Okay, it's getting an advantage. So Agile has is an umbrella. It's like it holds so many things. So we in our course will be talking about the Scrum and then the Kanban. Okay. So all others are we haven't used or nor the organizations are using anywhere. So Scrum and Kanban will be covered. Okay. Sorry for that. Okay. Scrum and Kanban. Fine. Then we also had a discussion on how the word Scrum came into picture. Okay, why we should say Scrum when okay, the Scrum actually got its word from a activity in the game called rugby. Okay, so hope you know rugby, where rugby is played between two teams and a ball will be there where it's like they need to put the ball into the other team's post. Okay, so meanwhile if they do anything wrong, okay, so they need to restart the game. So they need to restart the game if any fall has occurred. So that is called as scrummage. Okay, please understand. If someone says like, "Why you are a scrum master? Where did you get this word?" Now, it got its word from the game called rugby, where this particular scrummage is scrum age. Okay, scrum age is a word. From there, they took this particular thing. Okay. Now, Takeichi Nonaka. Okay, they compared this particular approach with a game called rugby. Okay, so you are passing the ball back and forth. Okay, there is something happening. Okay. So scrummage is a word. So from today onwards, try to understand like where you got this. So it was. So in the history, if you take, uh, so in 1995, Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber, these two people are our gods. Okay, if tomorrow you become the Scrum Master, these people are responsible for this. Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber, because they are the people who formulated this particular Scrum guide. Okay, so they presented a paper, the Scrum development process at UPSLA. Okay, okay, at UPSLA in Texas. You may ask me like why you are giving all this information. This is just for understanding like how it got about. Okay, you need not worry in the interview. No one is going to ask other than Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber. Okay. Next, in 2001, we got Agile Manifesto. So Jeff Sutherland, Schauber, and other 15 associates, they went. They had a very good what you say, a type of sessions happening in Uta, okay, where they discussed and formulated this Agile manifesto. Okay, so all the practitioners, Agile Scrum practitioners, they have come together and formulated this particular Agile manifesto. Next, in 2002, they formed the Scrum Alliance. Okay, in 2014, the value of the Scrum to the organization was presented. In 2016, it was fully scalable Scrum. Okay, then it got into the people, onto the organizations or companies or whatever. In 2017, we got the first Scrum Guide. In 2020, we have the second Scrum Guide version. Okay, so first version is 2017. Second version is 2020. So what we are reading is 2020. The differences between these two, we will talk when we are going through this particular Scrum. That is also an interview question where you will be asked what are the differences between 2020 and 2017. First of all, they will ask which is the first version, in which year they released the first version. 2017 is the first version. If any interviewer who has a very this curiosity to ask, then he will ask, or else okay. But the latest version that we are reading is the 2020 version. Okay, the second version. And the second version is there as of now. Okay, the differences are very important. They are going to ask you, and we'll discuss that also. Okay. Fine. Actually, I think I have gave you the Scrum Guide link, but I want to give you the Scrum Guide link. So please go ahead and download the Scrum Guide. And okay. So in the Scrum Guide, you will see download here, something like that. You just click on that. It will go to another page where you can see download the PDF or read online. Go to the download view of the second option and download it. Directly it will come. Okay. After getting downloading it, the best I suggest, because I believe in writing. Okay, I feel happy in writing. Okay, so take a printout of that. Okay, don't think about saving the paper, making the green and all. For these 14 days, okay, take a printout and have a pen and a highlighter. Okay, whatever we discuss, whatever that I highlighted in the classes, in the PPTs, just do the same thing. Understand each and everything, because it's the PDF which you get 14 pages. For you, if you see for the first time, you will feel bored, literally. I mean, everything will be in the paragraphs. So literally you'll feel bored, but after the discussion, when it is happening, you will see the difference. Okay, you will understand much better. Got it? So please download that particular guide, take a printout and keep it with you, and we'll thoroughly discuss on these pages. Okay, so the course, how it looks like is, we will discuss in thoroughly for 5 to 7 days. We will thoroughly discuss on these things. Okay, the Scrum Guide. Okay, then the other days are going to be on the other things related to the practical things happening. Okay, so first 5 to 7 days are this, and the other remaining days are going to be the practical. Okay, together with mock exam. Mock exams, I will take it 2 to 3, and there will be some interview questions which we'll discuss. Okay, how to answer those and all. So these things will be covered. Okay. So this is how it goes. Okay. So now fine. So the question here is, okay, fine. Let us say like we have read the Scrum Guide, we attended the interview, we got the job, we are certified now. What we actually do as a Scrum Master is these many roles. Knowingly or unknowingly, we do it. Okay. We will facilitate certain events. Okay. As per the Scrum Guide. Again, understand. We are doing as per the Scrum Guide, not as per your understanding. No. You do it with taking the reference of Scrum Guide. If someone says why you are doing this, you should be saying that as per the Scrum Guide, I am doing this. If you ask like why you are not doing this, as per the Scrum Guide, it is mentioned like we have to do like this, so I'm doing it. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay. So that's the way you should understand the Scrum Guide. Okay. And of course, the facilitations, what to how to how you are going to do that, and all we'll discuss. You are an agile coach. You need to coach the team. You are a team support. Okay. Agile. Okay. We'll talk about that. team support. Agile coach in the sense like, in the broader sense, it's not just limited to Scrum. Okay. Is a fair understanding and knowledge on so many Agile, you have so many frameworks, right? Other than Scrum, we have Kanban, we have Lean, whatever. I mean, if your organization thinks like they need to implement Lean, they want to have some like Kanban, you should have knowledge on that at least. So that is Agile. Okay, that's again a a different certification. Okay, so that let's not worry about that. But yeah, you should be aware of that. You should be supporting the team. You should remove the blockers. When I say blockers, things which stopping the work for your developers or testers or your team or such. You should be able to remove. When I say what to remove, how to remove, like some of the let us say the team members haven't got access to database. They are not able to find whom to contact. You should pitch in and ask, or you should try to find out a person who can resolve that, sending a mail, raising a ticket, and helping them out. So those are removing the blockers. Reporting, you will be a person who will be reporting to your higher management, like project manager or the product owner, whoever it is, to whom you need to contact. Okay. Maintenance. So you will be taking care of Jira tools. So if there are any other tools, probably, but you are not an admin because you don't have an admin access in any of the organizations. If you are having, then you are not a Scrum Master. You are a Jira admin. Sorry for that, but yeah. Tool, you will just maintain whatever that is assigned to you as a Scrum Master, not more than that. No one will give you. To my knowledge, no one will give you as a Jira admin access. I don't know if they give it. I don't know. As per the company's rule, they may give it to you. But yeah, protects. He's a person who protects the team, and he's a very good communicator. So all these qualities are to be there as a Scrum Master. Okay, fine. So whom he interacts in the organization are these people. The product owner and the developers. Okay. And he has externally, if you talk, he is going to interact with stakeholders. Okay. Who is a stakeholder? How you define a stakeholder? That's a different thing altogether. He can be an internal stakeholder or he can be an external stakeholder, but whatever. So he's the person who interacts with everyone and tries to remove the impediments. If stakeholder has some problem, then with the team and all, he can help the stakeholder or he can help the product owner. At the same time, if the developers have some problem, they can also resolve. Okay. So he works with all these people, with the organization, with the stakeholders, with the team and all. Okay. So his role is not just limited to his team and all. No. His role is much beyond that. Impediments, same as roadblockers. Impediments, roadblockers to an extent, yes. Something which is stopping your work, but as such, they don't have any potential harm, but yes, stopping your work. Yes. If you have any different answer, yes, you can share, Rajesh. No problem. Anything that is blocking your, let us say yesterday I was not able to log in. That's an impediment. That's a blocker. Okay. Anything that blocks as a potential effect into your project that you are doing or financially or whatever, that could be an impediment, blocker or impediment. Okay. If you have anything, please share it across, not an issue. Okay. Fine. Okay, I think we started on the Agile, but I want to cover yet something like that. So in the Scrum, anyhow, we are going to discuss again. So in the Scrum, we have altogether 5 events. Okay. As a Scrum Master, you should be aware of these 5 events, how they are conducted, who is accountable, who is responsible, what is the duration of every event, okay, what is the outcome of the event, okay, and how to do after that. Okay, so these are the things that as a Scrum Master you should be aware. So altogether we set 5 events. The one of the event is sprint planning. Okay, this is one of the events, sprint planning, which we'll talk again, but I'm just giving you an overview. This is one of the event which happens for 8 hours. Okay, use some 8 hours is too much, yeah, but it should happen. Daily Scrum, which is every day like a status call happening for 15 minutes. You have a sprint review meeting, which will happen for 3 to 4 hours, and a retrospective meeting which will happen for 3 hours. Okay, so these are 1, 2, 3, 4 events, and these 4 events which are being encapsulated, and they are part of an event called a sprint. Okay, sprint is a container event. This is called as a container event. These are the 4 events, and which contains this is a container event. Sprint is a container event. So container event can last from 1 week to 4 weeks, as in Agile methodology said, right? So the duration could be from 1 week to 4 weeks. Okay. So sprint is a container event. Please understand that. Then you can ask me, can you give more example on this one? Yeah, okay. Let me give you an example. A container event is something like, if you talk about winter. If you take winter consists of 4 months, right? I mean, in those 3 to 4 months, you have a lot of activities happening. You will have Christmas, you will have New Year, you will have Sankranti, Pongal, pardon. So, I mean, many festivals will be happening in this particular thing. Okay. And this is whole winter, I can say, is a container event. Okay. If you take summer also, right, from the March onwards, March to till particular June, okay, this is also a container event happening. So many festivals, so many activities, holidays. Okay, there are so many things happen. Of course, like here, the activities are planned as per the time and all, but here they're okay. I mean, we don't know what in the days are going to come and fall. We had Ugadi, we had lot last week, like we had Ramzan, we have holidays now, and so many other things are coming up. So if this whole thing time period is a container event. Okay, it's a container event. Here also the sprint is a container event which has all these events in it. Okay, so understand that. So this is for 1 month, and for lesser duration it's going to change. These hours are going to change. Okay, we'll talk about that also. What are the values for this one. So as of now, understand that the events there are in the Scrum, we have 5 events. Sprint is a container event of container event, and all are other events. Okay. So total we have 5 events. Okay. So what I'm expecting you is like, because you are a Scrum Master, you're going to become a Scrum Master. So let's be proactive. Okay. We should, learn connectively. Okay. That's what talk more. There's nothing wrong in talking. Okay. I want to be more interactive. That's why participate more. Okay. Communicate more. The more you are calm, the more, the doubts will be with you, and, so better have a good interaction in the classes. Even if it takes time, that's fine. I'm not restricting to 15 days. I can extend depending upon our classes to, few more days. That's not an issue at all. So let it be more interactive so that you will learn through collective discussions and all. Okay, fine. Any questions here till now, please?
Yes, Simha. In the previous slide, actually, you are showing Scrum team. Scrum team means actually who will be there in the team.
Yeah. Scrum team consists of, okay, your product owner, developers, and you. This is
Okay.
Scrum team. Okay. So
Okay.
the product, it is a combination. Okay. It's not the developers. No, it is these 3 people. The whole team is a Scrum team. Okay. The success and failure depends upon the whole Scrum team. This is ST. Okay. That's what you need to understand. If project got failed, if it is not delivered within the timeline, within the time, then the whole team is responsible, not Scrum Master. They can't remove a Scrum Master saying that because you didn't do it, so it got failed. No. So where does a project manager come? He's a stakeholder.
Okay.
Okay.
So product owner, project manager, both are same or different?
Different.
Project
His
manager.
project is with the product. A
Okay.
project,
Yeah.
if you take, my project is, let me take an example. My project is uh, constructing a dam. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just taking a non-IT example. If you
Yeah.
want me to take an IT example, I will take that also. So my dam, constructing a big dam is my project. In that, one module can be there where you need to put a shutter, which is one of the product letters. Your product owner comes here. Okay. Now, taking an IT example, my project is to create an e-commerce website like Amazon. That is my project. Okay. In that, one of the things like want to develop, billing section or whatever. Then I will have the product owner here who is well aware of how that has to happen and how to integrate that with the financial things, how the calculations, so whatever. So it's a sub module of something which is
Subset of
related to that. Yeah. So it could be anything on that. Okay. If you take cars, okay, the whole project related to manufacturing project is like manufacturing the cars. Okay. In that, if you take the engine part, okay, there could be a product owner involved in designing. I mean, not designing, but he knows everything in and out of the particular engine. So the product owner will come into it. Got it? So is a sub part of that one. Got it?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So even there
Simha
is a
just
product
wanted to know,
manager.
like,
Product manager is also involved. Okay. So we have project manager, product owner. You got it. Okay. Who manages the product? Yes, sir. And someone was saying, I'm sorry. Sorry, anyone? Did I miss anyone?
yeah, Simha just wanted to check, like, as an individual Scrum Master, as an individual contributor, how many projects he will be handling, or he or she will be handling as a Scrum Master?
See, ideally speaking, practically speaking, okay. Ideally, a Scrum Master should handle one project. Ideally, which is not going to happen. Okay, he can handle two projects practically. Okay, in some companies it can be more than that also because they don't want to make a Scrum Master sit idle. Okay, hope you got.
Yes.
We can handle two projects. Why? Because why two? Why not more than that? Because we have how many 9.5 hours of work hours, right? So daily, if you take from morning from 9 to 1 o'clock and 1 to 6 or whatever timings you have. So we need to have so many meetings, right? We need to have daily scrum. We need to have meeting with product owner. We need to. So for one team, he can allocate that particular piece, 3 to 4 hours, right? But for other team also, he can allocate that. But it will be a lot of stress on the scrum master to do these activities. So at the max, he can handle two projects. If he's doing more than that, he's great. Good. He's very good at doing that. But ideally speaking, he should be there only because there will be a lot of meetings happening with your project managers, product owners, development teams, follow-ups, all this sort of thing. He won't be that much free. Okay. At least, of course, he is managing it, he's facilitating, but it doesn't mean that he is sitting idle. Okay. So ideally, one is good for you. Two, he can handle. Three is a burden, but if he's good at, he can do it.
I have a question here.
Yeah, please.
Is Scrum Master role billable or non-billable?
If he's in the project, he's billable. A project, if he's the project has come into picture, right? Only if he's billable, he will be taken into the particular project. If not, how he can be?
Okay. Thank
you. See, one thing here, like let us say it all depends upon the organization. Organization says like I'm giving the work to the development. I have project manager, and he's doing the he has a team underneath him who is taking care of that. So they can do it. I mean, but if they don't want to showcase that there is a Scrum Master here, then it's up to them. Got it, right?
Yes. Thank you.
So developers, their availability, that everything is billable. That's okay, but it all depends upon the organization. Yes, any other questions? No company is going to pay, all right, and see, if there is a company like they are taking the project, they need to make it billable because or else they won't pay. I mean, the company is not going to pay. They are going to take it from the client and going to pay to you, right? So this person should be billable. Okay. Or else you are not going to get the money.
Another question I have is mostly used in with Scrum Master roles is mostly into the software development, SDLC. Is it not into other like in the infrastructure management or support or into
Not
public
into
like AWS, Azure?
into development yours. The soft Scrum Master is mostly into the, let us say, like is into mostly the development projects.
So
when it comes to the operations, you don't need any Scrum Master to be there because his presence is also that's okay. But operations wise, you won't see any that critical follow-ups required. There you use Kanban where it doesn't require any Scrum Master. There is a thing called Kanban, similar to Scrum, where you don't need a Scrum Master. See, one thing, very good question. If your team, or if as a Scrum Master, you have trained your team in such a way that they know in and out of the Scrum, and if they are very good at managing themselves and the project, the Scrum Master is also not required. Is not required. Hope you understand.
Okay.
The job of the Scrum Master is to make the team independent, self-managed. This is as far as Scrum Guide. I'm not saying my own. Okay. His job is to make the team more independent, self-managing. Even in the Agile also will come to know it. So if they are more powerful, they're self-managing, if they can solve their problems by their own, the presence of Scrum Master is also not required. His presence is not required in any of the activities also. Okay. So that's a good thing about that. That's a good thing about the Agile. Okay. But for some of the things he needs, his presence is required. Because we are studying this particular Scrum Guide, we should, make our, we should give value to the company and we should make them feel that our presence is very much required. So otherwise, we are hitting our own jobs. Got it?
Yes.
But practically, ideally speaking, the Scrum Master, if he trains his team in such a way that they are very good at doing by themselves, is not at all needed in the team. They can do by their own. That's what Scrum Guide also says. Okay. In most of the organizations, we have daily Scrum where the Scrum Master facilitates that. He will be there asking the people to come to the daily status call and asking you to give the status and all. But ideally speaking, it is not mandatory for the Scrum Master to be there in the daily Scrum. He should not be there actually. He should make the team self, managing. They should conduct their own daily Scrum and do it. It's not at all required. This is a question also, interview question. Okay, so the Scrum Master role is designed in such a way. Agile is designed in such a way. Okay. But yeah, in certain situations where presence is very much required, you have to be there. Yes, sir. Any other questions, please?
Hi, Simha. This is Scrum, right? Yeah. Whatever the logic or fundamentals behind the Scrum, is it there both for waterfall and Agile projects, right?
What fundamentals and what the basic things are related to?
Yeah, here actually the Scrum, this sprint planning and all this methodology. Yeah, let me put in this way. Yeah, the Scrum methodology is applicable for both waterfall and agile projects, right? Is it
See,
the
if you
correct
are,
question?
I got it. I mean, you want to implement that in the waterfall? Can we do that? You are asking that, or
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. The problem here is if your customer requirements are fixed. See, I want to have a laptop like this. That's it. I'm very much pretty confident that I will not have any changing requirements in the future. Then I will go with waterfall. Okay, I'm very much, if the customer is very much confident that he doesn't want to change anything for 10 years and he wants to go with same thing, then he will go with waterfall.
You got it. It's like a clear-cut requirement gathering and
Clear
scope
cut.
freezing. Scope freezing, and the
Yes.
document is given for the project manager for development, and finally after the development only, he
Yes.
will give the final presentation to the client. In
Yes.
between, no need of again asking the
Yeah.
frequently going to the client room and asking.
Yes.
Got you.
So if
Got
he
you.
is not worried about the market, how other his competitors are doing, how it's going to be, if he's not worried, go with waterfall. Even if the present scenario, if any of the companies is using waterfall, and if you're landing there as a scrum master, don't change that. Okay. If they are good at it, let them continue. Okay. Unless otherwise required. Okay. There are so many projects which are going with waterfall on. That's good. I mean, because they don't have any other thing, right? I mean, they don't want to be in the market. They have their own market, I mean, which is not at all getting affected by any of the change. That's fine. Okay. Let them continue. What is it? But Agile is something different, where like if you see your mobile app, so many things are coming. Every day you need to change. But in that case, Agile comes into picture.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Got it. Anyway, those methodologies are understood. Waterfall and Agile. Yeah, wherein Agile, the frequently changes used to come, and also, we have to
Yes.
visit to the client, and whatever the partial development we have done, and we show to the client, and again he will propose some changes, and again those will
Right.
be clearly captured, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
all those things will be there. Iterative approach.
Yes.
But this sprint planning and all these methodology can be implemented in both cases, right?
No, the question, like if you
Okay.
can't implement. See, why we are using Scrum, that we should understand first of all. For what reason we are using Scrum? Okay, what is the need
Yeah,
for that? If you understand, then why we need to go for waterfall? Why we
got it.
want to
Yeah,
implement
now
the
I
Scrum in
understood
the
that.
waterfall?
The Scrum. Now I understood the Scrum methodology is more applicable for agile kind of projects. Am I correct?
Yes. For faster delivery or whatever. We
Got
will
it.
talk about the advantages for this one. Okay, now.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll have, yes. So you said about the methodology. Scrum as actually is agile methodology. Scrum, which we'll talk again tomorrow when I give the definition of the Scrum. So that's fine. So today, we'll stop here itself. Tomorrow we'll talk about the 12 principles. I think last class we have talked till 4 or 5. But tomorrow we'll start on the agile principles of the agile manifesto, 12 principles of the agile manifesto. Then we'll have our values. Then the next class is going to be the Scrum guide, sorry, not Scrum guide, starting of the Scrum. Okay. So tomorrow, let's again meet at 9 o'clock. If you have any questions, you can ask tomorrow also. So, so the third, so maybe on sorry, today is Thursday, right? Friday. We don't have class on Saturday. So Monday. So tomorrow you have a class again on Monday. It will be regular till 5 days. Okay. So if you're interested, you can register and get the paid for 3 demos. After 3 demos, I think we have done with only one. I won't consider the off class which happened because of the last day, before day. So we have 1 or 2 days demos happening. So after that, you can decide and get it registered. Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll confirm. I
Thanks.
will enroll for this class.
Sure. Thanks for that. You can they will contact you. You can convey the information.
Yeah, sure. I will.
Fine. We will meet tomorrow at the same time and start on the Agile Manifesto 12 principles. Okay. Thank
Sure.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
your
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank-
Thanks.